What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to talk to you about slicers, which is a great functionality in Excel if you want to replace drop downs with something much cleaner. Now, in my data set, I have employees, their managers, and then their VPs. So I have similar type of data many times when you, as a manager, want to see, okay, how are my directs doing? Or in this case, just who are my directs? And you, as a VP, want to see how are all the directs of my managers doing, then each individual manager's directs doing. And so you can imagine that there are 4 or 5 VPs here. If you give the spreadsheet to them, they'll immediately filter it to their people. So instead of filters, you can insert a slicer, which is a much cleaner version of this. And the only prerequisite of a slicer is that your data should be formatted as a table. So this is very simple. You just click on your data set and format this as a table. I'm not going to do it because I've already done this just to save a little bit of time. So what happens then is when you do this, you see this option called table available to you. And this is where you get the slicer option. So here you have something called insert slicer. And I'm just going to click on this. And in my data set, I imagine that a VP is going to come in and say that, okay, who are all the folks that report to me and what is their status. And in this case, who just they are. And same with the manager. So I'm going to click on these two and then insert two slicers, one for the VP and one for the manager. I'm just going to move it up and put it here. So VP and manager. And now what will happen is you can pretty much click on, let me just clean this up a little. You can click on any of these names and then it filters it for you. So you can click on Anastasia and then every employee that rolls up into Anastasia will be clicked. Or you can click into Xavier and then whoever rolls up into Xavier will be selected here. And the nice thing about this is you can build nested relationships. So in this data, you see two managers report to the VP Xavier, and they are sort of this darkish blue, more prominent, and the other ones are faded out. So what this shows you is when you click on this value, you will see a combination filter, and you can click on the other ones, but then that just means that you don't have any values here, and you can shift click on this, and when you shift click on this, then it will select those multiple people for you. So you can imagine that this is a much cleaner way of filtering using drop downs, especially you have multiple people coming in and interested in their own views. And then next thing you can do with this is format it nicely, give it your own branding, color schemes, and so forth, so that it looks like a very clean, nice dashboard. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. If you have any comments on how you have used slicers in the past, any questions about this, or just any thoughts, please let me know. Always very interested in hearing from all of you. Thanks, everyone.